In the ever-evolving world of energy, few companies carry the weight of history, impact, and strategic insight quite like Chevron Corporation. This global powerhouse in oil and gas has not only survived but thrived in a landscape where shifts in energy demand, technology, and environmental awareness constantly reshape the rules. From its early days in the rugged Pico Canyon to its current role as an energy leader operating across continents, Chevron's story is one of perseverance, adaptability, and transformation. The humble beginnings in California's oil fields. The journey of Chevron began in the late 1800s amidst the rugged Santa Susana Mountains in California. Here, rather than searching for gold, many prospectors came in search of black gold, oil. For two early pioneers, Demetrius Schofield and Frederick Taylor of California Star Oil Works, the quest was a daring leap of faith. Against the odds, in 1876, their persistence paid off when a driller named Alex Mary struck oil in Pico No. 4, marking the discovery of California's first commercial oil well. Producing 70 barrels of oil per day, this well was a modest yet groundbreaking achievement. However, without strong financial backing, the company faced challenges in scaling up. Seeing potential in California's oil reserves, the Pacific Coast Oil Company acquired California Star Oil Works. Established in 1879 by prominent figures like Charles N. Felton and Lloyd Tevis, the Pacific Coast Oil Company quickly gained momentum. Positioning itself as a key player in California's booming oil industry. Early successes in exploration and drilling gave the company a foundation for growth, marking the beginning of what would become an empire. A new era with Standard Oil. In the early 1900s, John D. Rockefeller, then leading the massive Standard Oil, saw an opportunity in the Pacific Coast Oil Company's assets. Recognizing California as an emerging energy frontier, Rockefeller acquired Pacific Coast Oil for $761,000 in 1900, integrating it into Standard Oil's vast portfolio. This acquisition secured a critical foothold for Standard Oil on the West Coast, strengthening its grip on the U.S. oil market and making it a dominant force in the industry. By 1906, Pacific Coast Oil had rebranded as the Standard Oil Company of California, SoCal, signifying its role within the Rockefeller oil empire. This transition marked the start of Chevron's journey as an integrated oil company, focusing not only on oil extraction but also on refining and distribution. With new resources and expertise, SoCal was ready to embrace expansion, and in 1910, it struck a breakthrough in the Midway Sunset oil field, producing 1,500 barrels of oil per day in California's Kern County. SoCal was no longer just an oil explorer, it had become a major player in the American oil industry. Independence and growth. The birth of Chevron. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ordered the dissolution of Standard Oil under the Sherman Antitrust Act, marking a turning point for SoCal. This decision, aimed at breaking up monopolies, resulted in the split of Standard Oil into several independent companies. SoCal, now on its own, began operating independently, free to carve its own path. Throughout the early 20th century, SoCal grew steadily, expanding its refining and marketing operations to meet the demand for gasoline, which was driven by the rise of automobiles. Its strategic shift toward downstream activities, including refining, transportation, and marketing, diversified its revenue sources and positioned it as a major integrated oil company. By 1933, SoCal's influence was extending beyond the U.S. when it secured a groundbreaking concession in Saudi Arabia, paving the way for one of the most significant oil discoveries in history. Discovering the world's largest oil field. In 1938, SoCal's persistence and vision paid off when it uncovered oil in Saudi Arabia's Ghawar field, which would eventually become the largest oil field in the world. This discovery was a game changer, transforming SoCal into a global energy player. The California Arabian Standard Oil Company, later known as the Arabian American Oil Company, Aramco, was established as SoCal's subsidiary in Saudi Arabia. Through its partnership with the Saudi government, SoCal played a central role in developing the Middle Eastern oil industry, which became crucial to the global energy supply. By the end of the 1930s, SoCal was already a symbol of American industrial power, with its reach extending across continents. The company's commitment to exploration and technological innovation helped establish its identity as a forward-thinking leader in the industry. World War II and the post-war boom. The mid-20th century was a period of unparalleled growth for SoCal, driven by soaring energy demand during World War II and the post-war industrial boom. SoCal expanded its refining capacity to meet the skyrocketing demand for petroleum products, particularly as automobiles and heavy machinery became essential to modern life. This diversification strengthened SoCal's financial stability, setting it apart as one of the oil industry's most resilient companies. During the 1950s and 1960s, SoCal established itself in international markets, especially in the Middle East and Latin America. As it expanded, the company focused on offshore drilling and invested in new technologies to improve extraction and efficiency. These advancements enabled SoCal to tap into previously inaccessible reserves, consolidating its status as an industry leader. Embracing technology and innovation. By the early 1970s, technology had become a cornerstone of SoCal's operations. Offshore drilling was particularly transformative, as it allowed the company to explore and produce oil from deep-sea locations. SoCal invested heavily in research and development, making strides in exploration, drilling, and production technologies that would shape the industry. The 1980s marked another pivotal chapter when SoCal acquired Gulf Oil Corporation in 1984. This acquisition was one of the largest in corporate history at the time, and it led to SoCal officially rebranding as Chevron Corporation. Under the Chevron name, the company continued its legacy of growth, adaptability, and commitment to technological progress. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Chevron diversified its portfolio by expanding into natural gas and other energy sources. Its focus on emissions reduction and waste management reflected a shift toward environmental responsibility as the company sought to balance its energy production with sustainability efforts. The global push for cleaner energy. As the world entered the 21st century, Chevron responded to the growing demand for cleaner energy by investing in renewable energy sources. The company began exploring solar, wind, and bioenergy projects, marking a significant shift from its traditional oil and gas operations. Chevron's foray into renewable energy signaled its commitment to a sustainable future, aligning with the global push for lower carbon solutions. In addition to renewable energy, Chevron expanded its natural gas operations to meet the increasing demand for cleaner fuels. Its strategic investments in petrochemicals, technology development, and environmental initiatives demonstrated its foresight in adapting to the evolving energy landscape. Chevron's partnerships with governments, local communities, and other industry stakeholders have enabled it to operate in diverse regions while maintaining a social license to operate. Present-day Chevron, a leader in energy transition. Today, Chevron operates in over 20 countries and produces more than 1.7 million barrels of oil and natural gas liquids daily. It has two main divisions: Upstream, which focuses on oil and gas exploration and production, and Downstream, which encompasses refining, marketing, and transportation. Chevron's influence in the energy sector is not just in its size, but in its approach to tackling the challenges of modern energy demand. In 2023, Chevron reported $6 billion in sales and operating revenues for the second quarter, a significant drop from the previous year's $11.6 billion. Yet, this volatility in revenue reflects broader market dynamics and underscores Chevron's resilience. Despite market fluctuations, Chevron remains a formidable player in energy production, with CEO Michael Wirth leading the company's strategic direction. Chevron's market value as of December 2023 is estimated at around $285 billion. While the company has traditionally relied on oil and gas, it is increasingly exploring new avenues for growth in response to the climate crisis. As Chevron continues to invest in sustainability, its leadership acknowledges the potential for significant transformation in the coming decades. Looking to the future. As Chevron looks to 2040 and beyond, the company's commitment to sustainability, technological innovation, and strategic partnerships positions it at the forefront of an evolving energy landscape. With CEO Michael Wirth predicting that oil and gas will remain important while acknowledging the shift towards cleaner energy, Chevron's future is one of balanced growth and adaptation. The story of Chevron Corporation, from a single well in Pico Canyon to a global energy powerhouse, is a testament to the company's resilience, adaptability, and forward-thinking approach. As the world faces the challenge of transitioning to sustainable energy sources, Chevron's legacy and continued commitment to progress position it as a leader ready to shape the future of energy. As Chevron continues to navigate the shifting tides of the energy landscape, it stands as a testament to resilience, innovation, and adaptability. From humble beginnings to becoming a global energy leader, Chevron's journey reflects a commitment to progress and sustainability. Whether through advancing oil production or investing in renewable energy, Chevron remains poised for a dynamic future. If you enjoyed exploring Chevron's story with us, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights into the world of energy and industry giants. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next deep dive.